Hi guys, welcome to the trailer for this month's episode of Wisdom Entrepreneurs. In November 2021, we were delighted to have Shenan Charania as our guest speaker. He's got an incredible story and he told us all about being bullied at school from when he came to Canada from Kenya, and then being a gangster, and then running a franchise, and then becoming a leadership coach and helping people less fortunate than himself. We were all absolutely spellbound on the Wisdom Entrepreneurs show. My favourite bit was when Shenan told us what he would have said to his 11-year-old self now, but you'll have to watch it to find out a bit more. If you want to see the full episode, you can click on the link above and it's in the description below. And if you want to find out more about Shenan, his link to his website is also below. We would love to have you on future Wisdom Entrepreneurs, so please sign up to attend these free webinars and please like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
My story really begins when I came to Canada when I was age 11. So I migrated to Canada. I was born in Kenya, and my parents were thinking, they want a better life for myself and my older brother. So as we were growing up, they were always thinking that, because Kenya is a third world country, right? The healthcare system, the education system is very poor. Safety is a big issue, even till today. Actually, my cousin from there just moved from there to the US. And his number one thing, even in the middle of COVID, is moving to the US. And when I spoke to him, his number one thing is safety. Safety is a huge issue there. So my parents planned for this, and they saved up, and they, did their research, and Vancouver seemed the city that they wanted to bring us in. So we came here, and I was age 11. And I remember very vividly how different it was right from the day I got here. Besides, obviously, the beautiful city that this was, and my first time seeing and touching snow and all that was really cool. But right away, I went into grade 6 here in the elementary school, and I started getting bullied a lot, and I didn't understand it at all because I had never experienced bullying back home. And I was being bullied for, looking differently and being brown. There was 2 brown kids in like a school of 700 students, talking differently, dressing differently, and so on. And I could not understand it at all. Like, what is going on? What is going on? There was this one specific time I got bullied, and I just got so angry, and I fought back. This aggression that was built inside of me came out. And there was people cheering me. Like, there was a few voices going, "Yeah, Shenan, stand up for yourself. That's it." And I didn't realize again till in my mid-30s that I translated that as, this is something likable. You're getting cheers for this. You got to do more of this. And so I did. I started getting into a ton of fights. And I was introduced to the bad bunch, as they called it, right? So I remember going into the washroom even when I was age 14 there, and seeing kids doing crystal meth, heroin, and just doing drugs very freely. I was still hell-bent on being likable. So I was like, what do I do to be likable? And I got involved in doing drugs. At 14 years of age, I started doing cocaine. And it was sort of just like, yeah, you're just doing it here and there as a party thing, on the weekends, and hanging out with the kids that are doing it. I didn't see that I was being ushered into this lifestyle in a subtle way. But that continued till age 15, when I just felt really misunderstood. Like, every time I got in trouble by the school teachers or principal's office, I felt that there was a lot of speech, lecturing going on. Shenan, don't do this, do that. Shenan, don't do this, do that. If you do this, it will lead you here. If you do that, it will lead you here. But nobody was asking me, like, what's going on within you? Like, what, let's draw something out of you. So I got sick of hearing that, and I decided to drop out. I was like, the school system's not for me. I seem to always get in trouble, and anything I do is just not right. So I'm out. The circle I was in, the environment I was in, most of the conversation was around how do you make money? Like, that's the most important thing. Coming from, of course, this insecure space, but how do you make money? How do you make money? How do you make money? So whether it was selling drugs to getting involved in doing home invasions to getting involved in selling guns, and that was the next thing that I found out. And that was the next thing that I found out. So I kept doing that. And from 18 to 23, 18, that was a really bad phase for me because I was so confused. I was so hurt. I felt so victimized. And I really didn't care about anybody around me, whether it was my family or people on the street. I was just very inconsiderate. So I was I was harmful to many, many, many people. In the year 2004, I was 22 years old. I remember making 350 grand the first 4 months, tax free, and not feeling the feeling that I thought I was looking for. Like what I thought this would bring me all I wanted, and it's not here. And I kid you not, like I had the best clothes and I was driving the nice car, and I just was sick of what was in my mind. So I actually wanted to kill myself. And this is a current insight, actually. I used to carry a 44 Magnum. And this one night, I was just so sick of it all. I said, you know what, I'm just going to end it because this cocaine isn't working. It's not quieting my mind. And I walked down to the bushes because I was going to do it. And I remember thinking right before I'm doing it that I should maybe just do a practice shot, because if it doesn't end well, I'll end up a vegetable, and that's kind of worse. And I did a practice shot, and it was so loud that it rang my ears, and I literally popped out of my thinking. And in that process was a really humbling process for me, because I was still so arrogant, right? I was still thinking like I had this self-image that I was living from. That was my center that I related to the world with. So don't mess with me. I'm Shenan, blah, blah, blah. And here I am serving coffee, and people would go, I said 2 cream, not 1 cream, right? Because that's how they talk to minimum wage workers. Thankfully, that's changed over the years, but back then that was the case still. And I remember literally thinking, like, I will kill you right now if you talk to me like this. And going into the freezer and punching boxes and just getting my anger out and coming back, but not quitting, because I was telling myself, I want to own one. I want to own one.
What would you say to your 11-year-old self?
I don't know, I mean, the cliche, don't believe your thoughts. That's always helpful. I'm working with these young kids right now. Some of them are 19, 20, and some when we do after school programs with other teachers or after school groups, they're 13 and 14. And as they start to get a little bit of understanding of how there is, like, they are not their thoughts, how much they get it, how quick they get it surprises me. It's like, wait a second, do you really get it? And they do. They literally just get it. What I would tell my 11-year-old self is you don't have to believe everything you think. I think that was a big one for me, because I believed I had to be likable, and I believed I was unworthy, unlikable.